Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1A Auto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20 plus years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1AAuto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you and enjoy the video.
In this video, we're going to replace the wiper, turn signal, and high beam stalk on this 04 Crown Victoria, same as 01 to 2010 Crown Vic Marquis and Lincoln Town Car. Tools you'll need, pretty basic: 7, 8, 10 millimeter socket and ratchet, Phillips screwdriver. You need a small one and a regular size one, and a T20 Torx driver.
You'll want to disconnect your negative battery cable. Okay, so you want to remove your ignition lock cylinder. So there's a button right up under here, and you kind of angle your screwdriver a little bit forward, turn the car to the run position, and then there's a button right there. And you press up on the button, and pull out on the lock, and then the lock comes out. Okay, use a small adjustable wrench to remove your tilt lever here. Remove this bottom trim panel by removing two 7 millimeter screws. One is right up through the parking brake handle there, and then the other one is right over here. Your parking handle slides out and down, and then just carefully pull this down and give some pressure on the edges. And it has some clips. Just release. And then once that pans down, you want to remove this metal brace here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts. And these are 10 millimeter bolts.
Then underneath the steering column, the trim comes apart with 3 screws in relief holes there, there, and there, and then one more screw that's in from the side right there.
Once that screw is removed, then that bottom part comes right off. Now there's 2 screws to remove with a T20 Torx driver. One right in there, and then one at the bottom right there. Okay. Now that those are out, the switch can come down.
And as you're pulling the switch out, there are 3 connectors. One's right there, and then you can see one higher up, and then there's even a third a little further up, and basically kind of disconnect those as you're pulling the switch down.
So I'm just going to press this connector with my thumb and just use a screwdriver to help push it back a little bit. Push it out. Okay, then there's a connector right here that has just a really small tab. Again, use my screwdriver, press the tab with my fingernail, and then just use the screwdriver to push on the connector a little bit. last connector's right here. Again, push with the thumb. Look it out. Okay, so you can see the new switch. It's got all the same connections and everything. All the graphics and everything are going to be the same. It's just going to work properly and shut your wipers off and turn them on when you want them to. So we'll connect these two first. This guy. Okay, then push it up in a little bit. And as it's going up, work this connector in. Okay, push it up and in. And now I'm going to screw it in, but then I'm going to put my lock back in, hook up my battery, and make sure everything's working correctly. You just got to kind of pull it out, make sure you get it up in there correctly. So I've got it hooked up and bolted in. Get my top plate back down here. Put the lock cylinder back in, and what you want to make sure is this little button that you press, make sure that's on the bottom, okay, and then make sure this is lined up. You can look right inside and see the rectangular hole that it lines up with, and your switch should go right back in and shut it off. Okay, so the flashers work. Turn the key on. Looks like our wipers work correctly. Signals work. And flash to pass works. We've disconnected the battery again. Let's pull out the switch here. And now we can reassemble.
Okay, and I am going to fast forward through putting everything back together because it is pretty much just a reversal of taking everything apart. Quick summary: put your steering column trim back on, and then the three screws to secure it. Then put the big metal plate underneath. Actually, and don't forget the screw that's from the side underneath. Then put the big metal plate back on. Then put your trim panel back on, and put your tilt lever back in, and you're pretty much all set. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.